Palestinian officials have said that the Israeli forces have killed at least about 6 Palestinians in the occupied territories of West Bank, while the Israeli military has confirmed that it has killed what it describes as 4 militants in an air bombing. The health ministry in Ramallah has said that about 4 Palestinians were killed in the attack. 3 others were wounded as a result of the Israeli bombing of a vehicle in the Tulkarm refugee camp in northern West Bank. While the Israeli military claims that Tariq Dosh was a militant from the Tulkarm network and he was killed along with 3 other Palestinians in the attack. Now, according to the Israelis, over the course of the last year, Tariq had recruited numerous militants armed and funded by Iran and by the Lebanese operatives to plan and execute attacks against the Israeli occupation. Earlier, the Palestinian health ministry had said that 2 Palestinians had been killed in a raid in the Balata refugee camp near Nablus. In the Gaza Strip, civil defense agencies have said that a series of Israeli bombings on Thursday have killed at least about 30 more Palestinians, with the Israeli military confirming that it targeted what it is describing as Hamas militants in the attack. There were at least 13 people, including many women and children, who were killed as a part of this Israeli bombing, when the Israelis bombed 2 schools in the Al-Daraj neighborhood of eastern Gaza city. In a separate attack, another 13 people were killed when an Israeli warplane targeted a group of Palestinians filling water in the Al-Shati refugee camp in western Gaza city. Meanwhile, the Israeli military has also released a video to show the bombings that it carried out on Yemen by using several of its military planes. Now, what was targeted was Yemen's critical infrastructure that included oil tanks and also 2 power plants and 8 tugboats. The military spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Nadav Sushani, said that the Israeli attack involved at least about 14 fighter jets and other aircraft that came in 2 waves. In the first series of bombings on the port of Salif and Ras Isa, and the second set of attacks in which the capital Sana'a was hit. The Yemen's Iran-backed Houthi rebels have said that the Israeli air bombings killed about 9 people.
Yesterday, 2 hypersonic ballistic missiles were launched. The first one after night prayer, and the second coincides with Israeli warplanes which attacked our country. Israel targeted ports in Hodeidah and power stations in Sana'a, and the Israeli aggression resulted in the death of 9 civilians.
On the other hand, some video footage released by Yemen's Houthis showed the launch of the hypersonic missiles into the night sky from an unknown location, said to be targeting the state of Israel. The Houthis have said that they attacked Tel Aviv overnight, launching about 2 ballistic missiles and hitting some precise Israeli military targets. The report, citing an Arab diplomat, state that mediators will likely need many weeks to still finalize a Gaza ceasefire and a hostage release deal between the state of Israel and Hamas, even as they continue to make progress. This after Hebrew media reports appeared optimistic on Thursday, citing unnamed Israeli officials who said that a deal was possible before the end of December. Meanwhile, calls for democracy are growing louder in Syria, where hundreds of protesters gathered at the Umayyad Square in Damascus for the first time since the collapse of the Al-Assad government. The members from the secular parties and the Syrian intellectuals called for a broad participation in the incoming government to build modern Syria. The others have also called for a national comprehensive dialogue to build a country that is for all Syrians. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.